गुड मॉर्निंग भैया। उसको म्यूट कर दीजिए, बस ऑन कर दीजिए। Okay, let us start. स्टार्ट करो। चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं। स्टार्ट। रेडी भैया? Okay, let us start from the front of the mat. Keep your toes parallel, and we'll take 3 long breaths. But before that, we have to lift our shoulder. Join your hands. Relax and take 1 long breath. Breathe out. 1 more time. Now take your awareness to the toes. Make sure that they are parallel, around 6 to 8 inches width should be maintained between your toes. Now grip the mat with your toes and then slowly bring your awareness to the calf muscles. Pull your calves, then knees should be squeezed, thighs and hamstring. Stomach should be squeezed inside. Feel tall. Softly close your eyes and take 1 long breath. Open your eyes. Take your hands upwards. Keep them beside your head, little bit behind your ears. Fingers should be spread upwards. Look straight ahead. Now with a long breath, pull yourself up. One more breath. Hand should be closer to your head. Third time with power. This time when you breathe out, bend backwards. Keep your eyes open and keep breathing. Remember that in yoga practice you have to always keep breathing. There should not be any pressure or pain in your back. Just relax and keep breathing. Now take one long breath. Keep your hands pulled outside and take them to the knees. Now take long breath. Gaze forward. Look ahead. And when you breathe out, hang your body downwards. Look towards the ground or mat, wherever you are, and keep breathing. If your hands are hanging in the air, it is perfectly fine. Just breathe. Every time you breathe out, your hands will go down. Automatically, you will move towards the ground. Allow it. Allow your body to go down. Your hands will touch the ground or mat, and if you keep breathing, you may move further forward. When your hands are rested on the ground, then you can look between your knees, and if your hands are still in the air, place them beside your toes. For that, you can bend your knees and then take one long breath and take your right leg back as far as possible. The left leg will be in the front and it should be at right angle. Hand between your hands. Frame the left leg with your hands. Look up. With the breath. If you are not comfortable, you can place your knee on the mat and toes can be spread backward. Otherwise, should be in the lunge and go up. If you are in the lunge, every time you breathe out, your lunge should deepen. Go further down. Take one long breath. Go further up. When you breathe out, look towards the ground or mat, and in next long breath, take your left leg back. Your body will become parallel to the ground. Now prepare yourself for going in plank. In plank, your hand should be shoulder width apart, legs should be on toes, hip should be parallel to the mat. Keep your fingers spread on the mat and squeeze your stomach in. Look between your hands, little bit ahead, almost a feet or half ahead, and push the mat with your hands. Keep breathing. Retain your focus on breath. This pose will generate a lot of heat in your body. You'll become active. Keep enjoying the morning freshness. Retain your focus. Retain the shape of plank. And now take one long breath. Arch yourself up. Lift yourself up. And when you breathe out, slowly go down. Bring your elbows closer to the body. You will come in Chaturanga Dandasana. If you are not comfortable, you can place knees on the mat or simply lift yourself up 6 inches above the ground. Now place your knees on the mat, push yourself, and slowly sit backwards. Your hands should be forward. Take your hands forward. Take your, let your head go down. You keep your knees as close as possible and allow your head to travel towards the mat. You can close your eyes, bring your focus on the breath, listen to the rhythm of nature. Now take a long breath and look between your hands. Allow your elbows to go to the mat, and in next long breath, slowly take your head forward. And when you're ahead of your hands, lift yourself up in upward dog. This is also called Urdhva Swanasana. Now, in this position, pull your ankles towards each other. Take your hip to the mat and look up. You have to look towards the sky. Squeeze yourself and go to the mat. Keep breathing. Keep your focus on the breath. Now take one long breath. Go further back. When you breathe out, look down. If you're a beginner, you can come on hands and knees. Otherwise, place your toes on the mat. And from downward dog, straight you can go in. Sorry, upward dog, you can straight go in downward dog, which is kind of inverted V. In this pose, adjust your hands to be shoulder width apart. Fingers should be spread on the mat. Your legs can be hip distance or more than that. Press yourself with hands, look between your knees, and slowly allow your chin to touch the chest. Press the mat with your hands as much as possible and keep breathing. Retain your focus on breaths and ensure that your breaths are as easy as possible. Now, one final firm push to the ground. Push yourself and bend further. Now, with the long breath, look between hands. Bring your left leg there itself in the center of the mat, and right leg with the breath should come forward in forward lunge between the hands. Right leg should come forward between hands. The right knee should be at right angle. Leg should be in between hands. You should be lifted on fingers and look up. If you are a beginner, you can place your knee on the mat and toes should be spread back. Otherwise, you can do. Look up. And breathe in, go further up. And if you're in lunge, when you breathe out, you take your hip to the mat. Retain your focus on breath. Retain your composure. Keep looking up. Now take one long breath. When you breathe out, look down. In next long breath, bring your left leg forward. Be sure that there is a distance of 6 inches or more than that between your toes. Place your hands on the knees. Breathe in, gaze forward. When you breathe out, allow yourself to go down. Keep breathing. And then every time you breathe out, your fold will become increase further. Now prepare yourself for lifting. Now one long breath, roll yourself up. When you breathe out, bend backwards. Keep your eyes open. Keep breathing. Take one long breath. Straighten yourself. Join your hands. Your hands should be closer to the head, little bit behind here. And when your palms are fully together, fingers should be joined. First, if they are not joined, bring them down, join them, and then lift it up. Lift it up further. Breathe in, go up. Now, in next breath, long breath, you go on toes. Keep your body lifted. Ensure that the hands are behind your ears and palms should be joined together. Keep yourself pulled up. Look at a fixed point ahead of you. Take one long breath, pull yourself up. Come back to the mat. Now look towards your toes and bend your knees. The trick is that all the time you should be able to see your toes. So that for this you have to take your hip back, bend your knees as much as you can, then slowly look straight ahead. Take your hands behind your ears, pull your hands up. Now finally look up if possible. And when you're in this position, take your hands further back behind your ears and pull it up. Keep breathing, keep your eyes open. Retain your focus on breaths. Lengthen your breaths as long as possible. Take one deep breath. Bring your hands front of you. Pull your hands forward. Take your hip back and sit further. Pull your hands forward. Now breathe in. Come back to the Pranamasa. Thank you. One round is complete. You can relax. Yeah, ठीक है भैया. You're all right, Ritu? चलिए सेकेंड राउंड स्टार्ट करते हैं. बच्चों आपको नहीं करना है तो आप छोड़ दो. हाँ, रिलैक्स. ओके. Come in starting pose. Make your toes parallel. Breathe in. Take your shoulders up. When you breathe out, drop them backwards. Join your hands. Start your awareness from the toes. Grip the mat. Pull your calf. Then knees, thighs, hamstring. Squeeze your stomach in. Chest out. Neck should be long. Softly close your eyes and take a long breath. Om. 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 Now open your eyes. Take your hands upwards, closer to your head, behind ears, palms straight ahead, fingers upwards, and pull yourself up with the breath. Very good. Pull further. Second breath. Now third time with all your power. Breathe out and bend backwards. Keep your eyes open all the time and keep breathing. Every time you breathe out, allow your hands to further go back. Retain your composure. Retain your focus on breaths. Now take one long breath. Keep your hands pulled outwards, and take them to the knees. When you breathe in, look ahead. When you breathe out, allow your body to go down. Slowly keep breathing. Don't forcefully bend yourself. Just bring your attention to the breaths. Allow the body to go further down. Don't struggle with it. Just relax. Keep breathing. Your breaths should be as long as possible. So deepen your breaths. If your hands on the mat, you can look between your knees. Otherwise, look down and breathe. Now, if your hands are in the air, place them beside your toes. And in one long breath, take your left leg in the 3/4 lunge. Not fully back, in 3/4 position. Toes should be at an angle sideways. Uh, we, we are preparing ourselves for warrior one. Bend your front knee, your back knee should be straight. The toes should be at an angle with the main line. Now bring your hands in front of your knees, and in one circle, you have to breathe in and pull your hands outside when you take them up. Pull your hands outside. Join your hands on top of your head. Look up. Keep your eyes open. Keep breathing. Retain your focus on breath and push yourself to the front leg so that you can further bend backwards. Now take one long breath. Come in warrior two. For that, increase the distance between your legs. Take your back toe a little bit further sideways. Bring your right hand in front of you. Bend your right knee. Pull your left hand backwards. Look towards your middle finger and pull your hands in opposite direction. Breathe. Breathe out. Sit deeper. Pull your hands. Very good. Open your chest. For that, you have to pull your left hand further. Keep breathing. Take long breath. Take your right hand down, left hand up. Look towards the sky or left palm, wherever you are comfortable. Pull your left hand up. Your both hands should be in one straight line. Keep your hands pulled upwards. Left hand, sorry. Right hand on the ground or ankle, wherever you are comfortable. Keep breathing. Now take one long breath and lift yourself up sideways. Bring both toes in one direction. When you are here, breathe in, lift your shoulders, rotate them upwards. When you breathe out, drop them back. Join your hands. Breathe in, look up. When you breathe out, slowly go down. Slowly, as slow as possible. Shreya, jaldi mein nahi. Allow your head to go down. Your hand should be stretched backwards. Fingers should be interlaced. Keep breathing. Keep your eyes open. Retain your focus on breath. But now take one long breath. Let your hands, release your hands, let them go down. Now deepen your lunge. Take your head further down. Now lift yourself up with the hands. Turn both your toes towards front of the mat. Your back toe should be at little angle. Now place your left hand beside your right leg. Take your right hand up in reverse triangle. Bring both hands in one straight line. Pull your right hand up and look upwards. Your back knee should be straight. Your front knee should be straight, but you can bend it also if you are not comfortable. Lift both hands. Sorry, right hand up and twist further. Keep breathing. Take one long breath. Bring your hand down. Now increase the length between your legs. Both toes should be in one straight line, front of the mat. We are preparing ourselves for Anjaneya Asana. Breathe in, go up. You can do this asana with your knee on the mat also. Otherwise, remain in lunge, pull yourself up. Hands should be parallel to each other. Fingers spread upwards. Breathe in. Retain your focus. Remember to keep breathing. Bajrang Bali ki. Now take one long breath. And when you breathe out, take your hands forward. With every breath, pull yourself forward. One long breath. Bring your hand down. Now take your front leg forward. Slowly walk it forward. We are going in Hanuman Asana. And take your back leg back. Do as per your comfort. Finally, lift yourself and join hands. Keep breathing. Your eyes should be open. Look straight ahead. One long breath. Bring your hands down. Hold your front leg. Bring it underneath your chest. Both elbows on the front of the mat. Relax in king pigeon. In this pose, you can close your eyes. Remember to keep your breaths as deep and as long as possible. Now lift yourself with both hands. दोनों हाथों से अपने आप को उठाइए. We are going in twist. Prepare yourself for the twist. Take your right hand forward. Pull it with the breath. When you breathe out, rotate it outside. Next time when you breathe in, pull it further. Now slowly catch hold of your left leg. Twist backwards. Look back. Keep breathing. Your stretch should be as soft as possible. There should not be any pain. Otherwise, let go. Take one deep breath. Slowly let your leg go. And now come in plank. For that, you take your right leg back. Retain your hands shoulder width. Fingers spread on the mat. There should be gap up 1 to 2 feet between your legs. Hip should be parallel. Fingers should be spread on the mat. You should be looking little bit ahead of between your hands. And hip should be perfectly parallel to the mat. Now take one long breath. Arch yourself further up and slowly take yourself down with elbows touching your body. You can place your knees on the mat or you can lift yourself 6 inches above the ground. Now with the breath, lift yourself again in plank. Arch yourself up and come back in Chaturanga. We'll do twice more on breath. You can be on the mat or you can come with me. Go down. One more time. Let your body slowly go down in Chaturanga Dandasana. Now place your knees on the mat. Push yourself. First bring your knees together. Then sit back in child's pose. Let your forehead go to the mat. Bring your hands beside your toes. Palms facing skywards. Close your eyes and relax. Now bring both of your hands beside your head. Lift yourself up. You will be seated in Vajrasana. Yeah, here. Everybody comfortable? Yeah, comfortable. Sit in Vajrasana. Breathe in. Lift your shoulders. Breathe out. Drop your shoulders back. Place your hands with fingers facing front behind yourself like this. And slowly, slowly walk your hands backwards as per your comfort. When you can no longer take your hands back, lift your hip and let your head drop back. Keep your eyes open. Keep your hands as close as possible, shoulder width distance, not further than that, and lift your hip. Take one long breath. Come back. Come back in Vajrasana. Comfortable? Yeah. Now slowly take your hands forward. Place your elbows on the mat. And with the breath, go forward. In upward dog. When you're here, pull your ankles towards each other. Squeeze yourself and take your hip to the mat. And look up. Keep breathing. Keep your focus towards spine and push the mat with your hands. When you breathe out, look down. You can come on hands and knees, and your toes should be on the mat. Or in this pose, you have to, which is of inverted V shape. Keep your hands shoulder width, fingers spread on the mat. Distance between your legs should be 1 to 2 feet, depending on your hip size. Press yourself with the mat on the mat. Allow your chin to touch the chest and look between your legs. Press the mat as firmly as possible and bend further. Now take one long breath. Look between your hands. Place your right leg at an angle there itself, right toe, and left leg should be between your hands. Bring it further forward. Sorry. We are going in warrior one. Prepare yourself for warrior one. Your back toe should be facing this side. Front toe, front of the mat. Left knee should be bent. Right knee, back knee should be straight. Bring your hands forward. When you take your hands upwards, hands should be pulled outside. बाहर की तरफ खींचे रहने चाहिए हाथ. सांस लीजिए, सांस छोड़िए, फिर से सांस लेते हुए बाहर की तरफ खींचिए हाथों को और सर के ऊपर जोड़िए. ऊपर की तरफ देखिए. Keep breathing as normally as possible. Push the mat with your left leg and go further back. Take one long breath. Prepare yourself for warrior two. Take your left hand forward. Take your back leg further back. Sit on your left knee. You should be looking at middle finger of your left hand. Right hand pulled backwards. You should be straight. Breathe in. When you breathe out, sit deeper. Pull both of your hands in opposite directions and sit as deep as possible. One long breath. Take your hand down. Take your right hand up. Look towards the sky or your right palm as per your comfort. You can place your left leg on the ankle also. And if you can, take it to the mat and lift your right hand up. Keep yourself pulled upwards and twist as much as possible. Take one long breath. Bring your right hand down. Rotate your back toe. Make it as straight as possible and then reverse triangle. Take your left hand up. So both hands should be in one straight line. Pull your left hand up and twist. One long breath. Bring your hand down. Take your back leg further back. Prepare yourself for Anjaneya Asana, which can be done with your back leg on the mat or in the lunge. Lift yourself. Pull your hands up. बजरंग बली की. जोर से भाई. बजरंग बली की. शाबाश. खींचिए अपने आप को. Pull yourself. One long breath. And pull your hands up. With every breath, pull yourself forward. खींचिए अपने आप को सामने. Pull yourself. Long breath. Bring your hands down. Prepare yourself for Hanuman Asana. Take your front leg forward. Back leg back. Remember, it should be on soft surface. There should not be any pressure. And lift yourself. Join your hands. Keep breathing. The hand should be closer to the head. Palm should be joined. Fingers should be joined. Breathe in. Take one long breath. Bring your hands down. Now bring your front leg underneath your chest by folding it and lie down on the towards the front of the mat. You can place your head on the wrists or palms. Close your eyes and relax. Now lift yourself with the hands. Take your left hand forward. Breathe in. Pull it. When you breathe out, rotate it outside. Take one more long breath. Pull yourself and try to catch hold of your right leg. Just when you have gripped your back toe, that is right toe, and just further. Keep breathing. A long breath. When you breathe out, let your left go. Bring your left leg first between your hands, then your right leg. Place your hands on the knees and look straight ahead with the breath. When you breathe out, go down. Now, with one long breath, prepare yourself for upward movement. Roll yourself up. When you breathe out, bend backwards. Keep your eyes open. Keep breathing. One long breath. Straighten yourself. Join your hands beside your ears, closer to your head, and pull yourself up. And come back. Come on toes. Keep your hands pulled upwards. Take one long breath. When you breathe out, come back on the mat. Look towards your toes. Bend your knees. Take your hip back. And when you can no longer sit, look straight ahead. Take your hands up. सामने देखे भैया. ऊपर खींचे हाथों को. अब ऊपर की तरफ देखिए. हाथों को और कानों के पीछे लगाइए. Behind your ears, pull them up. One long breath. Straighten yourself. Join your hands. You can relax. Thank you. Thank you for joining this yoga session. अरे, कर दिया मेरे ख्याल से